been working on education and especially marginalized children for so many decades. It's time that we celebrate her contribution in that respect, and that's one thing. And the other one aspect is to celebrate teachers who are dedicated to children. Basically, that's the original concept.
Okay.
She works in a primary school, but with this special education unit. And talking to her, she would like to visit places of expertise in Thailand.
Sawadika, welcome to Thailand Today. I'm Kusuma Yothasmut. Every year, the United Nations World Teachers' Day celebrates the role teachers play in providing quality education at all levels. This enables children and adults of all ages to learn, to take part in and contribute to their local community and global society. Various events are arranged in many countries around the world, including celebrations to honor teachers in general or those who have made a special contribution to a particular community. In Thailand, the Princess Maha Chakri Award is also presented to dedicated teachers whose outstanding performance has made great contribution to education and human development. What is the Princess Maha Chakri Award and how meaningful of this prestigious award for teachers? Our guest for Thailand Today is Dr. Krissanapong Kiratikara, the Princess Maha Chakri Award Foundation PMCAF Chairman, who will feature the significant meanings of the Princess Maha Chakri Award. And welcome to Dr. Krissanapong Kiratikara. He is the Princess Maha Chakri Award Foundation, or we can call in short is PMCAF. He's the chairman who has going to explain about the prestigious Princess Maha Chakri Award. Very welcome to Thailand Today.
Sawadika. Kusuma.
Yes, sir.
I think Princess Maha Chakri Award basically is the award of Somdet Prathep Parat in Thai.
Okay.
But her official name, royal name is Princess Maha Chakri. It was founded just over 2 years ago to commemorate Her Royal Highness' 60th birthday. And Her Royal Highness has been working on education and especially marginalized children for so many decades. I think it's time that we celebrate her contribution in that respect, and that's one thing. And the other one aspect is to celebrate teachers who are dedicated to children. Basically, that's the original concept.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, before we go to that, we talk about teachers. Thailand, in Thailand, we've been disappointed, we've been overwhelming, we've been many things. So this is meant for the teacher to see that if you really dedicate to your work.
I think I have to defend the Thai teachers. There's about 600,000 of them. There are good and there are bad teachers, but most of the teachers are good and dedicated. So I think it's a job of a society at large to look for good teachers and celebrate good teachers.
I love the wording of this. Quality of teacher creates quality of man. What would you say for this, sir?
Yes, I think, as I said, that I used to say in Thai that in general, students can be as good as their teachers. If you have good teachers, it can be certain that you have good students. The outcome of learning should be good.
Frankly, in my spirit, feel so good being a Thai and being in dealing with this talk today, because this is a kind of thoughtful of Princess Maha Chakri.
Yes, she has been, as you said, she has been doing this job for over 30 years. Actually, Her Royal Highness started working in rural area when she was about in her early 20s. She must be over 30 years. Okay, and I would say that the bulk of her work is about children, is about schools, is about marginalized people. Okay. And if you look for a beacon, basically, in a Thai society regarding championing for the underprivileged, championing for the education, I think one would think of Her Royal Highness.
Have you met her personally?
I have served her for a few decades.
And you must have learned about the thoughts, the worry of her, the princess.
I think Her Royal Highness
to the society.
Thinks that every children has her own potential. It's a question of helping them to develop to their utmost potential. I think children in cities, they would be well looked after by their parents, by society at large, but not children up country.
Very interesting. So we are really, we can call each other, we owe her Princess Maha Chakri, or can be called the Princess of Thailand, to really doing many things for the Thai people. For those who watching our program in 177 countries worldwide, they are foreign people. I would love them to accustom to what we talk about. That we are talking about education being supported by education on the teacher to be supported by.
I think not just only Thai students that she has worked for maybe over 3 decades, but she has, I think, extended her contribution to overseas country, especially our neighboring countries. I just came back from Brunei, Darussalam, and Cambodia. I was visiting the PMCA teachers last week, and they were very impressed and grateful to her contribution. Say in Cambodia, she has helped establish few good schools, which is now turning into technical colleges, and she also provided some supplementary supports to schools in needs, things like that.
I get goosebumps when you talk about that, when you're visiting those countries. How did you feel about it? Did you feel about that you said they were...
I think on the award itself, I think it's highly prestigious. It is, I think, the highest award that a teacher can get at the moment internationally, and that's the feedback that received, because at each country I've been to, the Princess Maha Chakri Award is given to 10 ASEAN countries, plus Timor-Leste. That's 11.
Plus Timor-Leste. That's the latest one.
I have been to 6 countries so far. And I have courtesy calls on the Thai ambassador and the ministry, which I could meet maybe Minister of Education or Permanent Secretary, and also I go to the school where the teacher works, and the feedback that I receive, they are very grateful that Her Royal Highness has established this award, and also her championing education for the underprivileged.
Tell me, because you did talk about Brunei Darussalam. So the award is just an award, but the building, the education, the curriculum is done by their country, or what?
Yeah, I think I have to backtrack a bit. When we had an audience with Her Royal Highness about 2 years ago to look into details of the award, and we were debating whether we would have the 1 or 2 recipients, like Prince Mahidol Award or the Princess Mother Award, of which it's a worldwide competition. And I was suggesting to Her Royal Highness that each country would have its own education or social context. And you cannot compete, you cannot have a teacher from Brunei Darussalam with 0.4 million people, 400,000 people, Indonesia 250 million people. I think so a good and a great teacher should be I think should be judged within the context of each country. So we Her Royal Highness then agree that instead of having open competition, we would have one just one the best one from each country. So that's a concept. So we don't have competition among teachers.
What is the criteria, sir?
Very broad that we don't look for teachers of high qualification. We look for teachers who have led to changes in students, change with evidence, whatever. So it must be positive change. That's implicit. So people who have led to positive change in life of students, and that's the first criteria. The second is the teachers who inspire fellow teachers to follow. Very broad criteria.
Very broad, but you see, it is how we talk in a normal word. That means we send some message to schools or the teachers of particular institute.
I have to maybe divide it into two categories.
Yes, sir.
ASEAN and Thailand.
Okay.
With these very two broad criteria, we communicate through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, which very kind of them that communicate through the embassy, and then to respective and then to respective government. Okay, that's one way, and then into Ministry of Education. That's one thing. Second is we communicate directly with Ministry of Education of each country through our own Ministry of Education, and also an organization called CMEO. Southeast Asia Ministry of Organization, CMEO, CMEO, SEAMEO, which is based in Bangkok.
Based in Bangkok, okay. So they're two separating. Yes.
So we that's how we communicate with the other 9 ASEAN countries and Timor-Leste. Okay, for Thailand, we communicate through the Ministry of Interior, through the governors of provinces. 77 governors. So it's very kind of the Ministry of Interior that they had provide communication link. They allow us to communicate with the governors. And we also for Bangkok, Thailand. For Bangkok, we communicate through the governor of Bangkok. So 2 channels.
Because the governor will know best.
Yes.
Who's go-tos on what is the way of life of the teacher. We have here a very interesting question. What does the Princess Maha Chakri Award comprise, and how about the award presentation?
I think the award itself consists of a gold medal.
Yes.
A real gold medal.
Real gold medal. Really?
Real gold medal. A real gold medal.
That's why.
And then I think you could look up the details in the website. And then a prize of $10,000.
$10,000, yes.
And also a plaque.
Yes.
Basically, three things. But we just don't get
certificate of honor.
We don't just present award because we like to provide platforms that these outstanding teachers can further contribute to society. So that's why I and committee members follow up. So this is what we are doing, that we have complete what they call the first cycle. The first award was in October last year, and the next award would be October next year. So in between, we communicate with the awardees when ask them what they would like to do, and then we would assist them and create a platform for them. Like for example, Brunei Darussalam.
Yes, sir.
The recipient is a teacher who provides special education for children who need special educations. Children with Down syndrome, or autistic, learning disability, impairment of hearing and vision. So that's special education. So she works in a primary school, but with this special education unit. And talking to her, she would like to visit places of expertise in Thailand. Okay, this is what we're going to do. She would come over. We would find a place that she can visit, so that later on she could be further trained, or she could have teachers from her school visit this place. So that's one thing. So Brunei Darussalam, Brunei is very well off, much well off than Thailand.
Of course.
So they don't materials, but they need professional contacts. So that's what we could do, say, for Brunei. I just came after Brunei. We went to Cambodia. Cambodia is different. We went to a primary school in Siem Reap. It's very big school, 6,000 students.
Drastic change.
One of the
from the other.
one of the biggest primary schools that I've seen. Again, they received, believe it or not, about 130 baht a year to spend on each student. 130 baht a year.
Really?
But the principal is highly capable. He mobilizes resource locally, and from everything. So what the school needs is they want the children to be bilingual. They have very big classrooms, 60 students
in a class.
60 students in a class. They are short of ICT, thing like that. So what we could do is to bring the principal and the awardee together and look at schools that have expertise in managing large classes, that teach, say, English or Chinese as second languages, and also ICT. So it depends on the need of each school, each country. So that's what the foundation could do. Not just award outstanding teachers, but provide platforms for them to work further.
How about in Thailand?
In Thailand,
the Thai teacher, the first.
In Thailand, we have a different setup. We have the provincial selection committees, of which the governor is the advisor. He constitutes the committee. Whether he chairs or not, it depends on each committee. So we have about 15 or 20, up to 20 members in each provincial committee. That's mean about 1,200 members would work for the foundation free of charge on a volunteer basis. Okay?
Interesting.
And then we have people from not just education world, but from the mass media and people from the private sector. And then we have a selection process that school boards could write in, NGOs, associations. And on top of that, we just try to our surprise, students, all students can have this write-in names to our surprise. We thought that would only work with the States or Europe. But the first lot of our Thai candidates, 40% came from the write-in candidates. So that means students who really benefit from the teachers, they are grateful to think of their teachers. They just send the names in. Okay, so with this very broad criteria, they would nominate teachers. The number that they would nominate to the central point depends on the more of teachers in that province or students of that province, which work out to be the same ratio. So the smallest provinces would have one name.
Okay.
Bangkok, the largest province, 12 names. 12 names. So it's 1 to 12. Korat, Chiang Mai, maybe 4 or 5, very big. All in all, we have
difficult time to choose.
We have about 160. Okay, 160. So that's the name.
Totally huge.
Huge.
A huge amount.
From the province.
Yes, sir.
And then we have national organizations or national agencies who also select national teachers. They can have the national candidates submitted as well. So we have another 4 or 5. So it's about 165.
So totally until this minute, how many
last round it's about 164. Last round
is 164.
Okay. Wow. This round it's about, the number would change depend on the nomination at the national level, not at provincial level, because our populations do not change, so that would be remain fixed about 106. So about 164.
Yes.
We the foundation would provide basically award for them, and we call them ครูขวัญสิทธิ์
how we say in English? Because all you would understand that.
In a good sense, favorite of the children, right? ขวัญสิทธิ์ okay, who really make good impression. Okay, so it's get a certificate, and then we shortlist to 20.
Yes.
20. They get another group of teachers. ครูยิ่งคุณis gosh. It's difficult to translate.
Dingkun is like more like to give. Well, it's so difficult, as you said. It's so difficult.
It's difficult to compare.
Anyway,
okay, and it's like, to me, I used to compare this Kru Yingkun is just like a bronze medalist. Bronze medalist. Okay, out of these 20, we select three. Then we have 2 silver medalists and 1 gold medalist, right? The silver medalist, 2.
Okay.
We call it Kunakon. Those who gosh, it's very difficult. Who make great contribution.
Okay. All right.
And then the PMCA recipient. But in Thailand, we not just find just one teacher, but these 160, we keep them as a pool, and at the moment we have grants for them, so that they could further their work if they like. We have a grant from SSS. Okay, the public supported.
Well, such an interesting topic, because we hardly talk about the teachers and this kind of it is the future. Teacher is the future of the nation, actually, one part of it. So we would love you to come back again, because our time is so limited to talk to this topic. So, Mr. Chairman, we are ending up, but thank you so much to Dr. Krissanapong Kiratikara. He is the chairman of the Princess Maha Chakri Award Foundation, or PMCAF chairman, who has explained the prestigious Princess Maha Chakri to us all. Thank you so much, sir.
For being here. I hope that the Thai public would support the PMCA award.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes. Please do come back again. We need you to talk more about this matter. See you then. Thailand Today would like to say thank you very much to Dr. Krissanapong Kiratikara, the Princess Maha Chakri Award Foundation, PMCAF chairman, who has explained the prestigious Princess Maha Chakri Award to honor exceptionally devoted teachers in basic education and honor Her Royal Highness Princess Maha Chakri for her lifelong contribution to education both domestically and internationally. Thank you for watching Thailand Today. I'm Kusuma Yotha Smooth. Hope to see you again, same place, same time. สวัสดีค่ะ